Hi, everybody, and welcome to another TV watch party with public access clips, classic public access clips from the 80s and 90s. Hello to everyone who's already joined us here in chat. Skyscraper Television. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday. I'm freaking 58 years old. I'm fixing burritos and getting ready to watch. Skyscraper, I'm happy to be and honored to be sharing your birthday with you. And everybody wish all good thoughts and for Skyscraper Television for making it to 58 and hopefully for a great year ahead. Hi to everyone else that has joined us so far. Michael Tomorrow, Chris Bungo Studios, DM Film Fan, Thunder X, Max Ice, Merwert Lebenswelt. Who else do we have here? Amanda Lust, Buttermilk Jug, Quiz Pickle, Noah in the Cahuenga Pass. Oh, hello, Noah in the Cahuenga Pass and Quiz Pickle. I'm familiar with that area of Los Angeles. Let's see, Amanda Lust, your birthday is next week. Okay, well, you don't get a happy birthday today. That's only going out to Skyscraper Television, whose actual birthday is today. Okay, let's get right into some public access goodness. I thought I'd start with Joe Capco. Hello, Joe Capco. Nice to have you in here as well. Thanks for coming. So we're going to start with a report about public access TV from the 90s that was on WNBC in New York. And let's bring that up
this week.
Hello.
Wired for cable, that means you get public access television. And not only can you get it, you can be on it. Dawn Fratangelo shows us what it's all about as she begins the News 4 Extra. Dawn?
Chuck, thank you. Every time you flip through the television dials, you'll find the regular programming, talk shows, comedies, suspense dramas. But public access TV is an altogether different experience. Well, you'll see just about anything, perhaps even your own neighbors hosting a program. Well, tonight we begin how to get your own TV show.
I don't know.
I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy.
I really acknowledge you for watching.
I'm a pretty big star, don't you think? And now you're watching my show.
Just flip through the dial and you'll find it. Public access television, created, directed, and produced by today's video craze population. It's low-budget, free-form programming, everything from the conventional to the bizarre. Consider, if you will, Beyond Vaudeville.
Bizarre, I guess, that's in the eye of the beholder. We think they're very interesting acts. Acts we've had is we've had a musical saw player who does the music, plays a saw. We've had Suzanne Muldowney, who does serious dance tributes to Underdog, the cartoon character. And we've also had Tray Man, a gentleman who dances with trays on his head.
In Manhattan, you could also come across Ruby Stone's cooking show.
Other times he wants a good thigh, but he can't keep his hands off a good breast. Hello, I'm Ruby Stone. Welcome once again to Come and Get It. They thought I was going to go the Aunt Jemima route, but I told them no, Ruby's quite the glamour girl, so we'll do a glamorous cooking show for you, and it's taken off from there, and I love it.
The chance for them to get their message across, to have some fun, and to have a little fame.
Bo Capral, a veteran of the comedy business, saw public access as a gem. So his staff logged more than 1,800 hours of wild and wacky programs from stations all over the country and compiled a show for Comedy Central.
Drag entertainer, transsexual, who preaches the gospel on TV.
I was interested for 2 reasons. I saw it as the next step to America's Funniest Home Videos. People doing their own shows, and because of its outrageousness and interest. I mean, not everybody's insane on public access. Not everybody.
Actually, public access was created to serve everyone, sort of a video soapbox. As part of their franchise agreements, cable companies are required to fund and make channels available for community use. There are no commercials, no advertisers. Anyone can have their own show with few restrictions and no censorship. Here's how it works. Each community has its own public access channels. For example, in Manhattan, there are channels 16 and 17. But in another community, say Queens, the access channels are run by a different cable company. And what's on that channel is only seen in that community. Even more confusing, you never know what's on access channels because the cable companies don't give listings for them. So you just have to dial hop. You know how to dial hop. You just put your finger on the switch and go. Public access channels are an inspiration to many comedy writers, including those at Saturday Night Live.
You must care. You must care so, so deeply about yourself.
Because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
And of course, there's Wayne's World, the two dudes who made it from the basement to the big screen.
A lot more people watching the access shows, too. So it can only go up.
And that's Frank Hope's hope for his show. But what's the deal with his uptight partner?
He doesn't like when the show gets too silly. But one of my favorite people acts is Joey the Monkey. And it's a big dancing monkey, and it always gets him very upset.
What does that mean when he does that?
I think it means he doesn't want to do it.
You think he likes me?
I don't, not right now.
Okay, so I may not be invited to be a guest on their show. But Beyond Vaudeville has had some famous guests. Let's roll that videotape again. This is from a show which aired about 2 years ago. Now, amid all this crazy... See if you recognize anyone. That's right. There she is, our own, believe it or not, Sue Simmons.
She was very nice and very cordial, despite David's behavior. And
You know, in fact, we have a clip of Sue on the show. And, you know, David, she was quite frightened when you hit the monkey man. What's his name again?
Joey the Monkey.
Joey the Monkey. I mean, I think you upset Sue Simmons.
Maybe you could apologize, David.
Yeah, right.
I tried, Sue. How did they ever convince you to go on that show?
Well, actually, the guy that called was, what's his face, though?
David.
Yeah. David called. But he sounded quite sane over the phone. I'm sure he is in real life. But I didn't know that it was this kind of show. I said, sure, I'll be on. And when I walked in, this stuff started. I said, what the heck is this?
It's a lot of fun. They say that they get most of their guests by going through the telephone book.
Oh.
If you're famous and if your numbers, I'm sure your number's not in the telephone book, they just called you here.
Yeah.
But that's what they've done. A lot of famous people, if their number is listed, they can be a guest. They'll call you.
I did have a good time. I did have a good time. Thank you. What? Oh, yeah,
well, tomorrow we're going to look at how some of these people have actually been able to get on. There are certain steps that you have to take. It's not as easy as calling up and saying, hi, I want to be on TV.
Oh,
but it's fairly easy. So
This is
tomorrow
the part where you get your own show, right?
Right, exactly. That's my future.
That was fun, Dawn. That is Newsport 5. We thank you for watching, and do join us again tomorrow. Chuck and Dawn are up next.
We are, and straight ahead on Newsport 6, the evidence that ties...
So that was Chuck and Sue on Live at 5 with Dawn Frantangelo, who did that report. Chuck and Sue were an institution in New York, Channel 4 News, WNBC, for many, many years. And as Chris Bungo is saying in the chat, Chuck and Sue were longtime anchors on WNBC in New York City. So great to see them again. Chuck Scarborough retired just last year. That's right. And Sue Simmons is still alive, who actually appeared on Beyond Vaudeville. She's retired and still living in New York, but thankfully she's still with us. Matthew Fuller is saying in chat, I can't believe David Green likes the music of Jewel. Matthew Fuller, I can't believe you know that. Yeah, he really was taken by the music of Jewel for some reason, and I guess still is. I don't know how you know that. Maybe that came up in some previous live stream that we did. I don't know. Anyway, I thought you might enjoy that because it was kind of a look back at how public access TV worked in New York, at least in that time in the 90s. That was probably not too long before we had the opportunity to take the show over to MTV and do Vaudeville. Let's see. Chris Bungo is saying, I have a clip where Sue Simmons said the F word on air. I believe that is what ended her career there. Yeah, it didn't. That didn't go over too well when she made the mistake of doing that. I don't think she even knew that she was on live when that happened, which is unfortunate. Okay, so I thought next, someone had asked in chat about how often there was crossover between the public access shows, and there was some where, you know, a person from one public access show might appear on another public access show and vice versa. So I thought I'd run one of my all-time favorite public access shows. That question came up in chat too. If you've watched these before, you know one of my favorite public access shows was Change Yourself, But Not the World, which was hosted by, there were two co-hosts, and one was a hairdresser from New Jersey, originally from Alsace-Lorraine, and his co-host, Chris Diola, who was also on Beyond Vaudeville, was Joe Franklin's errand boy. This is an episode of their amazing show, Change Yourself, But Not the World, where Frank Hope appears as a guest on the show, as well as a guy, Rick Derman, who was an executive at the cable system that had this public access studio. At the time, it was called Paragon, and then it became, at the time it was called Group W, and then it became Paragon Cable. So let's take a look at Change Yourself, But Not the World.
1-8, time to call you between 5:30 and 9 p.m. Please do not call on Wednesdays or Sundays. But Saturday, you told me, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
By the way, if you've never seen this show before, this was a big influence on Beyond Vaudeville. As you can see, look at the signage that was made by Chris Diola. And he's holding up his sign that he wrote. And he's suggesting where you can send mail. Bernard Cheval is his co-host at the Parisian Beauty Academy in Hackensack, New Jersey. And don't bother reaching out there because I don't think you're going to reach Bernard there at this point in time. So, okay, let's go back and look at Change Yourself, But Not the World. Thank you, everybody, by the way, for joining us tonight. The Super Chat should be open in the event you are willing and able to contribute to the Super Chat. It goes toward the digitizing of all this VHS tape. And there's plenty more where this came from. So let's go back to Change Yourself, But Not the World.
Right, Bernard?
Correct.
That's what our TV show and everything.
Okay,
I think we get to our guests, and later on we'll see what's going on with the puppets.
That sounds very nice, Chris. Thanks a lot. Now, to begin with, I'm going to give Chris a little bit of shaving. He needs it. And my good friend over here, Dick Sherman, he's going to be my host.
It's a pleasure being here, by the way.
Thank you. And he's going to tell you all about it. In fact, he's going to ask me some questions. We are just going to do it fast.
But we did like on the Uncle Floyd show, right, Bernard?
Yes.
And Dick, let me sit up.
That's what I get around.
I just want to give him a little bit of shaving, which we'll do it fast.
Yeah.
So at least you viewers out there, you can see what's all about it in hairdressing, okay? As you all know, I'm a unisex stylist, and I'm a teacher, instructor at the Parisian Beauty Academy.
And these are some of the results?
Right. These are some of the results.
Chris is not going to look like this.
No, not really, but I just want to show the viewers what could be achieved. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm just going to give him a little shaving. Put your head down.
My head down.
When you start off, Bernard, what do you look for?
As a rule, usually when I do shaving, the hair should be wet. At least me the hidden lines. But however, since I don't have too much time, so I'm just going to give briefly a good shaping, and so it looks nice and tidy. But usually,
do you always start off on the back, or do you start off on the left side?
You always start in the back, because I tell you why. In the back, this is where people look more your styles than in the front, for the simple reason, when you do the back first, then you get the other hairs out of the way, so you have an idea.
Is this a shot of Chris?
Yeah. No, not really. This is a picture which I done one of the...
Let me turn around.
One of the clients came to the shop and the picture was taken there, see?
But this is what you're going to look like, Chris.
Yeah.
I know, in the
From the back.
Right.
Or you could look like
this is a girl, you can see.
The girls are a little different, right, Bernard?
Yes, the lines.
They're prettier.
And the girl is a little bit more sophisticated, let's put it this way, right?
Right.
But anyhow, there is always something for everybody.
What about, what's going on in the hairstylings of women? Is the same, will it be the same as like during the summertime, or a little different?
Everybody wants to look sharp and unique.
Do you do cornrows?
Yes, we do all this type of hair. We also do a great deal of black people. We straighten the hair with chemical as well with the pressing iron. So you see, there's something for everybody.
There is something else. What about makeup?
Makeup, we do a lot of makeups. We do makeups for
unisex makeup is coming in these days, isn't it?
Right.
A lot of men are wearing cosmetics.
Right, and you.
If you're just checking in, we are watching Change Yourself, But Not the World, which was one of the earliest public access shows that I saw in New York, and it was very inspiring. I just loved this show. It was so out there. There was nothing quite like it. Hosted by the man who's cutting the hair, Bernard Cheval, and co-hosted by Chris Diola, who's getting his hair cut. He was the hyperactive errand boy of New York City legend Joe Franklin. Question came up, is Chris still around? As far as I know, Chris is still around. Last I had heard, maybe about a year ago, he was still with us. What year was this? Asks Amanda Lust. I believe it was around 1986. Yes, I see Matthew Fuller thinks as well it was 1986. And Musical Magpie says, I always thought that David must have been able to style his hair differently when not on the show. It's hard to imagine. Musical Magpie, David actually always combed his hair with that style on and off the show. So, yeah. DMC123 is just tuning in. Hello, DMC123. Thanks for joining us. Let's go back to watching some more Change Yourself, But Not the World.
What's also very big, nails. Now they have such a beautiful design with nails.
We have someone here with big nails.
Yeah?
Nancy Kaplan.
Beautiful. I'm telling you, they look so beautiful and very, very sharp looking.
Are men into that too?
Yes, they go in, but not as sophisticated look like the women have. But they want to look nice too, you know.
That's Frank. You see, Frank, do you have any questions you want to ask for Bernard?
Oh, yeah. What do you think about putting things in the hair, like, like gel in your hair?
Gel is very good. Especially gel is good when somebody has very fine hair. It gives a lot of body to the hair.
How about mousse?
Mousse is excellent also.
You like mousse?
Yes.
Now, what were people using before mousse?
Before they were using some Graveset lotion, you know. It's straight, Graveset lotion. Graveset lotion, it's a little bit on the same order than mousse, but it was a little bit messy at times. But mousse is a little bit more cleaner looking, and it keeps a little bit of firmer and a little bit of crispier set.
What's the next wave of in hairstyling? What will you project out to your to the viewers watching?
Let me say this to you. The best thing what I would suggest to anyone, anybody can wear a style, it's true, but sometimes we have to go according to the type of hair a person has. You understand, Dick?
Yes.
And then we have to do the qualification. We got to look at the features, the lines, and the type of hair we deal with.
You know what I would like you to do? Because
Yes.
you don't do it as often as I would like you to, is to explain the title of the show and how that how that works into your philosophy.
Okay, let me say this to you viewers. The title of our show is known, or it's called, Change Yourself but Not the World. Meaning is this. You always can change yourself, but not the world. I think the title is very superb.
So get a good haircut.
Yes, and it's a very good title, and I did it myself. I did
And
it
plus,
myself.
with the idea of Bernard has for the title, is people get along together to each other, right? And how everybody gets along with each
That's
other
right.
in the United States.
Now,
yeah.
Dick, you want to ask me a little bit more questions?
Yeah, now you...
To it.
Well, when you're... I'm interested in knowing what type of hairstyle I ought to have.
Well, now, with your hair,
Now, you know, I'm balding on top.
I know, you have quite a nice head of hair, especially through the crown area, I would say. But in the back, we should fill it in a little bit. But
Should I like part it over here and then push it forward?
Yes, if it could be done, why not? Or something else, but also would be nice. You know, now they have beautiful toupees for men. They look so neat. And they look so well, they don't know the people the difference whether it's yours or somebody else. You see? So things could be done any way you want to do it.
How long are you working for the station, Dick?
6 years.
Oh, 6 years now. What's your title? What's your
Dick is the executive.
I'm executive.
Dick and Dick and Chris, we know each other for
a long time, right?
And don't forget Bernard, our puppet friends. They got to come up
That's
too.
right.
They want to talk to about something.
Well, let's get a good haircut here. Now, you know, being out on the street and talking to all the cable subscribers, a lot of a question that comes up all the time to me that I want to know.
Yes.
And that everybody else out there wants to know is, where is Tima Teamer? And when is she going to come back and dance?
Well, I tell you one thing. Tima Teamer, she hasn't been feeling well. So mainly she goes down to South Jersey. She's staying there with some cousin. And she's more or less recuperating. She doesn't do too much.
Did you do her hair?
I do her hair all the time, but I haven't done it lately.
Another question. And be serious.
Yes.
Do you think that she should remain platinum?
Well, I tell you one thing. You see, let me say this to you. They say blondes have more fun, but it's not so, okay? Sometimes,
did you ever tell Tima that?
Yes, I told her. For some reason...
By the way, if you're just checking in, we are watching Change Yourself But Not the World, a public access show. This was from 1986, including... guest Rick Derman, who was an executive at the cable system where this show was being shot in New York. He's been incredibly patient with Chris and Bernard. I noticed that Bernard had suggested to him that maybe he get a toupee when he was asking him for hair advice. And I think Rick was very gracious in his response to that. I want to thank Randy McCammon for participating in the Super Chat. I really appreciate it, Randy. And if anyone else wants to participate in Super Chat, it goes toward the digitizing of these classic public access shows from the 80s and 90s. Let's see what else we got. Scott Dog is asking if I have any Uncle Floyd shows on VHS. Scott, I do not. However, you can catch the Uncle Floyd shows on YouTube. One of Floyd's sons actually runs a channel there, and he's putting up clips of the show, so you can catch them there if you haven't already. Let's go back to some more. Change yourself, but not the world.
She likes it. But sometimes it's better when you change once in a while. You don't want to see always the same thing. Right?
Yeah.
So I told her already.
Do you say that for men too?
For men, it's hard, a little harder to say.
Change color.
Yeah. But sometimes, you know what I would suggest is this. As the men go on, age why that is, when you give them a little bit different, lighter shade in color, it gives them more that younger look. The same thing for the women. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right now we express what you have in the suitcase. Why don't you show the people you have in the suitcase?
Not yet, not yet.
Why not?
No. Let's get this finished, and then he goes in.
Yeah, well, this is a fast haircut. That's a very nice job. What style would you call this, Bernard?
This is just, I would say, a modified shaping.
Modified shaping?
It's like, make it a little bit more shorter, right?
It looks like a Kennedy. It's like a Kennedy look, I think.
Oh, yeah. The Kennedy, right? Like John F. Kennedy and Robert Kennedy.
You still see he has the fullness, and he has a lot of body to work with.
Yeah.
And it looks neat now.
Very neat. Right? Very nice. You know what I would like to do?
Yes,
when you're finished with Chris, I would like to turn him around and compare that with this.
I will.
And then you could talk about the differences.
Right.
Okay?
And don't forget our name of the show is called Change Yourself for Not the World. We're on Group W Cable TV at 5120 Broadway, New York.
Gotcha. Okay, viewers. I will do exactly what Dick asked me to do. As you can see now, I gave him a very nice modified shaping, not too close, not too short, and yet the longer looks, yeah. This is the topic today for the men. I think it looks very neat, and it's presentable.
And it's good for the season, right?
Very good, especially for the
proms
summer.
and for the proms and
What done have you? And I want to turn them around. I want to show you viewers the front. See? Now, what he does tonight, he goes home, he washes, and has a beautiful haircut.
You know what I would like to show everybody?
Yes,
Give a profile, Chris.
Yeah.
Okay, now you see that there are a lot of similarities there.
Exactly.
There's the brushed up look.
I don't see it myself, but you should. Yeah.
Okay.
What about the other side? See how? How's the other side? You see looking up
I don't have the other side of it.
No, like, you know.
Oh,
see,
yeah, actually. Oh, yeah, you look very good there.
So, viewers, at least now you know what's going on in our way of doing hair. This is called unisex styling. This means there's a style for everybody, whether you're old or young, it don't make a better difference. Now, our next topic will be, we have a very fine gentleman, and I'm going to call...
Why don't we get over to him?
I'm going to call upon Frank Thorpe, okay? Frank Thorpe, would you kindly please come up and do your thing and tell the viewers as you go along what's all about?
Yeah, and we'd like to know
Dick, I thank you so much. You're a perfect host.
Well, it's always an honor to be on here with you.
Beautiful.
We're not finished yet, Bernard, you know.
I know. I just want to thank him in the meantime.
And the microphone wires, I think he has to
I can't get it off. It's all tangled up in this.
Oh.
Okay, good.
Oh, all right.
What corner act do you do?
Oh, I do.
Because you're in my corner.
I do a comedy act.
Oh, comedy act. Okay, so why don't you do your comedy?
All right.
Very well, very good. And he did it too. He's not quiet.
I think we got going with the other stuff.
Okay.
Bernard's going to do what kind of comedy you do?
I use a lot of things that I grew up with. And
Okay, I see.
So, okay.
Well, I think
Hello.
keep going on to the
Hello. My name is Frank Hope, and no, I'm not related to Bob, even though it's funny because my best friend's name is Bill Coleman, whose initials are BC, the same as Bing Crosby's, who was a good friend of Bob Hope's. Okay, a duck walks into the drugstore, and ducks usually don't do that, but this one did, and he went and he bought some chapstick, and he said, the guy said, oh, that'll be $1, and he said, oh, just put it on my bill. Okay. Finally, a guy, oh, you hear about the stick up on the Brooklyn Bridge? Yeah, I threw it up there the other day. Okay. When I was growing up, they always gave out wacky packages. I used to collect them all, and I put them all on paper with tape. And like instead of regular products, they make fun of it. Like instead of Downy, it's Drowny. And instead of Ever-Ready batteries, it's Never-Ready. Okay, but the big thing now today are Garbage Pail Kids, and there's one called Sicky Vicky. Okay. Where's the beef? Okay, now it's going to be a quick interview with one of my favorite stars of all time, Mr. David Cassidy.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, hi, David. Oh, hi Frank, how you doing? Oh, I'm all right. So what have you been up to? Oh, well, I have a lot of things in the works, Frank. You know, I'll be getting to. Okay, well, nice to talk to you, David. All right, Chris, why don't you... I'm a little busy with the microphone. The wires get all tangled up, and we're having a little problem with the mic. You get that over. That's going to go over there.
You know, I don't think... This is a union function, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Mitch is supposed to do that.
This is the first time we ever had the wires, and Mitch knows that usually... Hey.
By the way, I don't think there was an episode of this show where Chris Ciola didn't somehow get tangled up in the wires. It just happened routinely. I think this might have been actually the first appearance of Frank Hope, now that I think about it, or because this was in 1986, probably right before we started shooting the first episode of Beyond Vaudeville. DMC123 is asking, a little off topic, but I assume you were aware of Grey Gardens during Beyond Vaudeville. Did you ever try to get little Edie on the show? Yes, DMC definitely was a big Grey Gardens fan. I remember seeing it as a kid on PBS and just I gravitated right toward it. That kind of stuff just hit me even as a kid. And tried to reach out to Edie, who I think, if I remember correctly, had wound up in Baltimore or Philadelphia at some point, and was trying to reach her, and unfortunately never connected. Let's see. Oh, I want to thank in the super chat, Joy Coquette, who's a frequent visitor here. Joy Coquette, thank you for your frequent visits, and thank you for participating in the super chat. Dirk Vandenberg, also a familiar name, and Dirk, thank you for participating in the super chat. Let's see what else we've got here. Chris Bungo says, this show has almost become Beyond Vaudeville. Mike issues, the show and tell, will we see puppets? Chris, yes, we will see puppets. And this is what I'm saying. There were a number of shows that were influential on Beyond Vaudeville, but this was right up there among the top shows. So let's go back, and puppets are coming on Change Yourself, but Not the World.
Don't touch the equipment.
Okay, I got it untwisted. Now I get back to the
Did you ever get Mitch on TV?
No.
No, Mitch? Oh, yeah, Mitch.
Come on
Mitch,
here.
come on.
There's the unspoken Mitch.
Okay, need a little untwisting wires.
Mitch, face the camera. Your back is towards
where's Mitch? This is Mitch, who does the camera work and everything, right, Mitch?
Yeah.
And I got the other part we got to patch back in, and we...
Sorry to interrupt again. The early shows that we did Beyond Vaudeville were shot in this studio. It was way up at the northern part of Manhattan, around 218th Street, somewhere around there. And it was originally Paragon Cable, and no, I got that wrong again. It was originally Group W Cable and then became Paragon Cable. But that guy, Mitch, was the guy who did all the audio and worked both cameras. He would jump back and forth between the cameras. So when you see shows like Beyond Vaudeville, where, we wanted to get all these close-ups on people and get reactions to people, that was Mitch just running back and forth between cameras throughout the show. So let's go back. Here's more of Change Yourself, but Not the World.
Frank's still doing his act?
We need that part over there. Yeah. We might as well, because we're having too much problem with the mic, and I gotta fix my mic.
Here you go.
Oh, okay, now we're back to business again.
You have some more stuff, I presume, right?
Come on out, Mike.
What?
Mike, come on out.
Okay, man.
Come on, Mike.
You have some more stuff?
Well, maybe if the puppets could come up, my puppets could talk to them.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh.
How you doing, Rick?
Well, Mike.
Hello, Mike. How you guys doing?
Watch out for my mic. Okay.
The director.
Today's a very happy occasion. Have so many wonderful people on with us. Go ahead, get your puppet.
Oh, it's Mr. T. Hey, Mr. Bernard, how are you? It's Hermie. Hey,
good. Just a moment.
Okay.
Who's this guy? Hey, who
Hey.
are you?
I'm Mr. T.
Oh, you're Mr. T. What are you doing here in my show, huh?
Pity the fool.
Oh, give you the phone, huh?
I saw you on TV.
Oh, how you like my show here?
Oh, it's fun. It's fun for the kids.
Oh, yeah? That's good.
So, let me shake your hand.
Okay, thank you very much. You might as well sit down. Thank you for coming over to our show over here.
Okay, nice meeting you.
Okay, go back to your seat now, or we gotta get on a little business.
Okay.
Mr. Bernard. Mr. Bernard.
Yes?
Could you have Mr. Rick Sherman come over here? I got some things to ask
Talk
him.
to the puppets now.
Yeah, turns out talking to the puppets.
Mr. T, too?
The other guy, Mr. T left. We don't need him no more. He's retired, the little business. How are you?
Oh, okay. Kermie?
How you been, all right?
Okay, how did you get over here from Sesame Street?
Oh, I travel over here. You know that. I guess somebody else who wants to come up and meet you is the Bugs Bunny. How you been?
Hello, Bugs.
I take you know it's a Hermie.
Yeah,
How you been?
I didn't know there were any bunnies in Group W land.
Oh, yeah, there is. You know, I don't have a problem here, you know. How you been so far?
Are you gonna? I understand you're gonna sing a song today, Bugs.
Well, I got no time for no singing, but we got the other guys that are coming up. Everybody here is fulfilled. Even Mickey Mouse and all the rest of the group. And no, my name is Mickey Mouse. And Mickey now is fulfilled too. So we gotta help out the other friends and everybody. I mean, so I think we got a little time to say so long and say goodbye to you, anyhow.
Okay, so long, Mickey.
So long. Bye.
Guys,
Come up
we'll see you
again.
some other time. Oh, here we have just a few little things. Frank, go ahead.
Chris, we're with this show, Beyond Vaudeville, that I'm on, and we gave away awards for the best people in cable TV, and our favorites, one of our favorites is Bernard Chevelle and Chris Diola, who've been doing this for so many years and are the best, and we look up to you guys. And
thank you very much.
That's your award, Chris.
Thank you.
It's yours, Bernard.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
And as representing Group W Cable, I want to congratulate both of you on
Thank you very much.
superb award.
Let's move on. I think the time is almost. Sit down. Get over
We're
to the
going to
seat.
sit down a few more minutes. I just want to say
Watch out, the boy.
Oh, we're getting tangled again.
Yeah. Bernard, he shook. Oh, Bernard, you.
I mean, look at this show, right? The looseness of this was just so beautiful to me. You know, it was like after, I mean, there were touches, traces of it on earlier shows. And someone mentioned before Uncle Floyd. Uncle Floyd had a great show, you know, with laughter off camera. But these guys were just, it was like at times it was almost as if the cameras weren't rolling. It was almost as if they had never watched a television show before, you know, where they're just doing their thing. And Amanda Luss is saying it's chaos. It's great. I agree, Amanda. It just really, it really spoke to me, this show. So let's go back and watch some more of Change Yourself, but Not the World.
Came over the wrong spot.
All right, okay.
And then you have to go.
Yes.
I got mine.
Okay.
Chris, I have mine.
You got yours. Okay, you know, back to the seats. I think we almost got a few minutes left,
now.
right, Bernard?
You know, viewers, today, like I said before in the opening of our show, it gives me a special privilege to feel so wonderful about it, to have such a lovely guests like Rick Sherman and Frank Hope on with us. As you all know, I mentioned Rick is the executive of this organization, and Frank is also one of the big shot from the Wall Street Journal, I presume. Am I right or not?
Yes.
I hope you all enjoy the show, because we always do when we come on.
And I want to say that on behalf of Group W Cable, that the Change Yourself, Not the World show with Chris and Bernard is, we're just delighted that you work out of our studios and that you broadcast such quality, educational, informational productions out of
Thank you very much.
in our franchise area.
It's very beautiful. It gives me a great pleasure to be with this company, with this Group W people up here. And I must say, everyone, they're just simply wonderful.
But we're not going to be Group W soon. Chris knows about
Well,
it.
we're not going to be Group W Cable TV. It'll be a new title, new name on this station.
Whole new name.
Whole new thing.
Do you have any ideas?
Well, Frisk, who's the manager of the Group W, told me things are going to be changing. He knows what they're going to be yet. But in the meanwhile, they're going to keep the W for a while, and then later on, in a month or so, they'll change.
Maybe we can have a contest on this show. People could write in their suggestions for names. They could write into, where's your sign?
Oh, yes, that's all, you're right.
Write in for new names.
New names.
For Group W cable, because it's not going to be Group W cable anymore. Because Frank and his Wall Street people sold it down the road.
Right. And that's the address,
right in.
Bernard, right?
Right. Or you could write into Group W cable.
Yeah, right here, Group W cable. Let's put the Group W tag. That's where our show's coming. Here, change yourself, but not the world program, right? 5120 Broadway, New York, 10003 Thornton, New York.
Okay.
And to change yourself and not the world, and for the brand new name contest.
Okay. Now you want to say
what will the winners?
What will do it before we go off the air?
What will the winners receive?
Well, we don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
But we're going to think up some great prizes. So everybody write in with your ideas.
How about a night on the town with Chris and Bernard?
That's a great idea.
That sounds very good. We could live up to these type of situations by all means.
That would be good. And plus, I'll take pictures of them.
Yes.
On our show. They'll come down to be on our cable TV show.
Yeah, so long, everybody.
So long, everybody.
And lots of luck.
Thank you for having me on.
It's my pleasure.
Nice being on the show with you. Hey, Chris.
I hope you enjoy.
Don't forget we're coming live from New York. We better stay strong when the waving is usually.
Is this going to be seen overseas again?
Yes, hopefully.
By satellite.
Yes. Hopefully.
And don't forget the theme music, please. Let's hear the music up. That's usually. It's produced by all Group WK. Oh, that's good. They put that. Group WK TV.
All rights reserved.
All right. So that was Change Yourself, but not the world. Michael Tomorrow is asking, were these two a couple in real life? Very good question. I wondered about that. And I believe they were put together by Joe Franklin, because as I said, Chris Diola was Joe Franklin's hyperactive errand boy in the office. And people, who lived in New York who wanted to get on the Joe Franklin show would basically go up to Joe Franklin's office in Times Square. And Bernard, would be among those people trying to get on Joe's show to promote his Parisian Beauty Academy. And I believe Joe connected the two of them, and the rest is history. Let's see. Derek Dean is saying we should raffle a night out on the town with Rich and David. Boy, that's interesting, Derek. Maybe on a future trip to New York, we could make that happen. That could be fun. Let's see what else. What other questions we might have? Question came up about David Peel. DMC 123 was asking, said that they used to know David Peel very well in the later years of his life. How many times was he on the show? And do you have any stories about seeing him around town? DMC 123, I first met David Peel booking him to do a show at NYU, and it was not very well attended, I am sorry to say. I also remember seeing him as a college student at a club on Bleecker Street. I think it was Folk City. I believe it was, where also not a very well-attended show. But I would see him from time to time on the streets. It was hard to not run into David Peel. He was only on Beyond Vaudeville once. I think we tried to have him on more and just could never convince him to come back. I thought he had a great appearance, but I just don't know that he was ever ready to come back. Randy McCammon says, if Melissa Gabriel is watching, hi, Melissa. Randy, I have no idea who's watching in here. But I appreciate all of you who are in here, and those of you who have participated in the super chat. Thank you. That would be Randy McCammon, Joy Coquette, and Dirk Vandenberg. Appreciate your contributions. They go toward digitizing more and more of this crazy VHS video. And I've got box loads of it from recording in New York in the 80s and 90s of all these public access shows. Hybrid Cypher is saying Oddville is the only thing that they watch at the moment. Well, thanks, Hybrid. I'm glad you're enjoying those. Most of the episodes are up. There are still a few to go, but I'm really glad you're enjoying it and hope you keep spreading the word and hit like. People always remind me that I should tell people to hit like on all these videos on at Beyond Vaudeville on YouTube. So yes, if you like them, hit like. All right, let me go to another video now. So if you were watching closely on that Change Yourself But Not the World, I presented an award to Chris and Bernard from Beyond Vaudeville. And Beyond Vaudeville, the very first shows that we did were hosted by Michael Kaufman, Andy Kaufman's brother. Obviously, we were huge Andy Kaufman fans, and Michael was nice enough to host some of our early shows. He was an accountant by day, and I think that was a lot of his, where a lot of his interest was. But he experimented a bit with us with some shows. And we're going to look at one that he hosted, and it was the Public Access Awards that Beyond Vaudeville presented. If you've been watching these live streams that we've been doing, these are now going to be some familiar faces to you. I hope you've watched some of them and have seen these people. But we decided to give out awards to our favorite public access stars in New York. And so that's what we're going to look at next. DMC123 says, digitize away in the super chat. DMC123, thank you for that. We will digitize away thanks to your efforts and everybody who comes in and watches and supports. So let's take a look at...
Thank you, and welcome. Thank you, and welcome to Beyond Vaudeville. My name is Michael Kaufman, and tonight we're proud to present our 1986 Beyond Vaudeville Awards for Cable Excellence, representing the finest in public access cable TV programming. Before I begin, I would like to just take a moment to thank and acknowledge the producers of Beyond Vaudeville, who in my opinion have not only the best show on cable TV, but the best show in all of TV throughout the world. That's including network TV. But I'm not applauding them for their great show. I'm applauding them for taking time out from their regular programming to devote this entire show to the awards of other excellent personalities and public access TV programs.
By the way, that guy we just saw was Jerry King. He was a piano player. He was best known as the piano player for Arthur Grundig, who we'll see coming up. But he also would occasionally appear on other public access shows. So let's go back. Matthew Fuller is saying, get ready for Gretchen. Yes, Gretchen Wiener will be making an appearance. You're going to see a lot of greats on here.
The winners of tonight's awards have been chosen over hundreds of possible candidates, and really, truly, high standards of excellence. I have had nothing to do with the choosing of them, but I'm sure that the awards are well deserved, and everybody can be proud, all the winners can be very proud of them. Let's get on right with the show, and to present the first award is our resident movie critic, Kevin Kalia. Kevin?
Hey, thank you, Michael. Just taking short pause from my viewing duties. I'm here to present 2 awards to Best Original Composition on a Cable Program to Mr. Arthur Grundig, and Best Piano Accompanist on Cable TV to Mr. Jerry King. Right now, before the presentation, we have a little sample of their work. Okay? Mr. Grundig?
By the way, that's the great Kevin Kalia. Kevin, this was before Kevin teamed up with Bub for his movie reviews. We're about to look at Arthur Grundig, who was the singing bus driver. He was a retired singing bus driver in New York, and he had his own public access show where he would do mostly singing and have other guests come on who would sing. And here is Arthur Grundig, accompanied by his usual accompanist, Jerry King.
I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home. I just want to get tired and stay out all night. I don't want to go home. As I sit in the gloom of my lonely old room, and the reason you see I'm out on the street, I don't want to go home. Have the music played on all through the door, and set 'em up sure. I've got a few bucks left in my pocket, and no place to go. Stop the clock on the wall, and we'll all have a ball. And the reason you see I'm in good company, I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home. Stop the clock on the wall, and we'll all have a ball. I don't want to go home. And the reason you see that I'm out on a spree, I don't want to go home. Want to go home. I don't want to go home. Have the music played on all through the door, and set 'em up, Joe. I've got a few bucks left in my pocket, and no place to go. Stop the clock on the wall, and we'll all have a ball. And the reason you see we're in dead good company, I don't want to go home. No, no, I never, ever, ever want to go home. Who ever wants to go home? Nobody.
That was Arthur Grundig. Joy Coquette is saying in the chat, this is the best Friday night. Joy, I'm glad you're enjoying it. This kind of performer was really something I would see a lot of from the time I was in high school going to talent shows out on Long Island. There were a lot of acts like this, performers singing and doing old songs. And yeah, this is right in that sweet spot. Some nice, kind words for Kevin and Bub. I've been trying to get Kevin to do an update, a rewind interview, and I hope he comes around on that because it would be great to hear what he and Bub have been up to. Let's go back. These are the Beyond Vaudeville Awards that were given to some of the greatest public access shows New York ever saw.
Okay. I'd like to present this award now.
Yeah.
Mr. Grundig, Mr. King. Okay. Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you, all you people out there.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you, Kevin, for presenting that award. So great. And congratulations to both of you. A well-deserved applause award. Well, I like our theme song, "The Time to Be Happy Is Now." by Stryker, but now we're going to move on with the next award. Is that right? Okay. Here to present our next award is Frank Hope, and he will be presenting the award for most original programming. Please welcome Frank Hope.
Thank you. My name is Frank Hope, and no, I'm not related to Bob, even though it's funny because my best friend's name is Bill Coleman, whose initials are BC, the same as Bing Crosby, who was a good friend of Bob Hope's. I want to thank everyone at the Beyond Vaudeville shows for inviting me on to the program, and I would like to introduce two people, the finalists, the winners. Well, I'll announce later what the winners are, but now let's please welcome Bernard Charval and Chris Diola.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you all have a good time. I certainly we all have, and it's really a pleasure to be here tonight. Our good friend Richard invited us to participate on such a very fine evening. Thank you very much. Okay, now we have a little something for you, which we usually do on our show. As you know, Chris, he's at the present time my co-host, but I have a girl, and at the moment she couldn't do it. She doesn't feel too well, so Chris is my second choice. Chris, what we got here? Oh,
hello, hey, Mr. Bernard, how you been? Chris will be out. Yeah, I want to thank Mr. Richard.
You know, I haven't seen you in a long time.
I know, but I want to thank Mr. Richard Brownlee to having us on his show today for the award night, and everything looks good, you know.
Listen, bring him up a little bit higher. I notice he has also the American flag, and you know now, especially this year, with the Statue of Liberty coming up, this should be really a big event, and I hope everybody will participate.
Mr. Bernard, it would be nice to have Mr. Richard Brownlee come over. I would like to ask him how did you got into the newspaper business, and why you got into the cable?
By all means.
Have to give us a question later on. Mike Bernard.
That's very true. You know, I tell you one thing, Hermit, he's really a guy, and he never let us down. He always is with us on the show. As a matter of fact, Chris and I, we have a lot of Muppets going, but we couldn't bring them all. Worth too much. So I'm sure this did the trick for tonight.
Okay, Mr. Bernard.
Thank you so much, Joe.
Mr. Bernard. Okay.
Thank you.
So this is Chris and Bernard from Change Yourself But Not the World. We were just watching one of their episodes, and they were among my favorite, if not one of them. If not, I never want to say the favorite, but they were right up there among the greatest public access shows of all time. Want to thank Skyscraper Television, whose birthday it is today, actually. And Skyscraper Television gave us the gift on their birthday by contributing to the Super Chat, along with Randy McCommon, Joy Coquette, Dirk Vandenberg, and DMC123. And Skyscraper is asking, could you tell more of just how doused David was after Tiny's milk jug stomp? That reaction is priceless and hilarious. Thanks, Richard Dean Martin from Corning, New York, out there in Corning. Richard, you're referring to an Oddville episode where we had Tiny Yarborough, I forget, I'm sorry. And Tiny was a sumo wrestler. And I think somebody posted that Tiny ended up doing some kind of UFC thing early on. And we had Tiny come on and stomp on different things. Tiny, ironically, was a very big man. And he stomped on, among other things, he stomped on a gallon of milk, which exploded. And got on everything. David did get a lot of that milk on him, Richard, and as did the set. It just went everywhere, but somehow we survived. So let's see. Randy McCammond is asking how old I was when this was recorded. This was like right out of college. Let's see what else we have here. And Hybrid Cypher saying, were you inspired by Frank Oz? Hybrid, is that question for Christiola, who was working Kermit, I guess? Anyway, let's go back and watch the Beyond Vaudeville Public Access Awards. And this is Chris and Bernard from the show Change Yourself, But Not the World.
Bernard Chevelle and Christiola. And now, could you guys just tell us a little bit about how you got started, how your show?
Yes, we sure can.
Bernard, let's start away.
Okay, let me say this to you. Do you know the very first time I went to Joe Franklin, and Joe Franklin introduced me to our good friend Dick Rothman, and then we got together.
Yeah.
We also were in the radio show, down on 33rd Street.
That's how I met Bernard, to Mr. Rothman, to a guy named Gary Stu. That's how I met Richard Rothman. Then later on, through Richard, I met Joe Franklin. I work with Joe a lot, I help him out doing things. I help out Richard a lot.
And we were many times on...
That's interesting. I have to correct myself because earlier I thought that they met through Joe Franklin. Boy, I don't know how much history of this you care about or want to know, but Joe Franklin had a long-running show in New York on regular TV, Channel 9, where he would have on nostalgic guests, and he would have on just old silent movie stars, but he would also put on kind of everyday people, which is why a lot of everyday people would approach him often to try to get on the show. So if Joe Franklin, he couldn't put everyone on, so the people that he couldn't put on, he gave to Dick Rothman, who is the bald man over there on the left. So from what we just heard, the two of them, Chris and Bernard, met through Dick Rothman, and then Rothman kind of brought them back into the fold with Joe Franklin, and that's how Chris became the errand boy. Okay, let's go back and watch some more.
Richard show. He has a beautiful show. Radio show as well.
And he does his cable with the radio TV together combined. He's the only one who does that. The two things together.
So I tell you, he really is a showman all the way through.
Well, he'll be coming up soon. And I do singing too, sides, the little songs and stuff and everything. So I sing in a few other things.
Well, maybe
and drawings and stuff.
Could you do a song about our Beyond Vaudeville show?
Well, what about your? Oh, well, I'll give you a little.
Give us a quick one.
Now, I'll give you usually. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what the proudly we hail at the skyline as we see, and the rockets get where the searching in air get true to the land that our flag was still there. Oh, say, the spangled banner get where. Oh, land of the free and the home of the brave.
Most original programming.
And so
Thank you very much.
And so I've been doing all the little puppets and guys and everything. I've been wanting.
Thank you
very much.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Were we eligible for that award?
No.
Oh, all right.
Not with Richard.
All right. I'd like to move on now to the next award. It's for the best production in a variety show. And here to present the award is Josh Epstein.
By the way, this is John Walsh, who played Joey the Monkey, presenting this award.
Thank you, Michael, for the fulsome introduction. I understand we will be graced with a brief sample of the fine quality performance which we are awarding this evening. Our own Mr. Frank Massey will be singing The Way We Were. Take it away, Frank.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, sorry about all these interruptions. There's a lot to explain here. This is Frank Massey from the show Stairway to Stardom, which really took on a life of its own because all of those shows were very well preserved. And thanks to Mitch Friedman, an editor who approached Frank Massey and Tilly and asked if he could borrow all their shows so that he could digitize them. And Frank was kind of like, well, why? Who cares about this stuff? And thankfully, Mitch did care about it. And that's why we have all of these shows in pristine condition that you see on the internet. And I might do a tribute to Frank Massey. I've been holding off on that, but he does have so many great clips, and I can share some of those and walk you through them if you haven't seen them. So here we go. Frank Massey, I really like this number. Here we go.
Memories like the corners of my mind, misty water-colored memories of the way we were. Scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind, smiles we gave to one another for the way we were. Can it be that it was all so simple then? Or has time rewritten every line? And if we had the chance to do it all again, tell me, would we, or could we? Memories may be beautiful, and yet what's too painful to remember, we simply choose to forget. So it's the laughter we will remember whenever we remember the way we were. Can it be that it was all so simple then? Or has time rewritten every line? And if we had the chance to do it all again, tell me, would we, or could we? Memory may be beautiful, and yet what's too painful to remember, we simply choose to forget. So it's the laughter we will remember whenever we remember the way we were. The way we were.
Bravo!
Thank you.
Bravo, Frank Massey.
Thank you.
And it is with great pleasure that I present to you the 1986 Beyond Vaudeville Award for Best Production in a Variety Show.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you very much. You want me to say a few words? Well, I've had my show about 7 years or so, and I've started right here at this studio here. And
the main thing about my show, it gives these performers around the tri-state area a chance to be seen, a chance for exposure, for camera experience, so many things, and it's a great pleasure for me to receive this award, and I hope to keep on doing this, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was the great Frank Massey, the great late Frank Massey from Stairway to Stardom. He had a show which is phenomenal. If you haven't already seen clips of it, you probably have. It's all over the internet. Yeah, it occurred to me as he was singing that memory song that, you know, a lot of the people that were in the studio that night are no longer with us. And that is, you know, one of the unfortunate things about the passage of time is that a number of our guests who were on Beyond Vaudeville and even on Oddville are not around anymore. But thankfully, there are still many who are, and we have everyone remembered here on tape or digitized. And by the way, just a reminder that we are in the process of digitizing all these old VHS tapes. And thank you to everyone who has participated in the Super Chat to help make that happen. Randy McCammon, Joy Coquette, Dirk Vandenberg, DMC123, and Skyscraper Television. Everyone's saying, damn, Joey was tall. That's from DM Film Fan. Yes, absolutely. As is David, which is why when they would get into their fights, it was a very scary thing to experience live. Let's see. Lisa Sante is saying this is marvelous, referring to that Frank Massey song that we just saw. Scott Dog asking, did John Walsh perform as the monkey on Oddville as well? Yes, absolutely. Randy McCammon is saying, it's weird, but I see some facial similarities between Michael and Andy Kaufman. Well, I should think so, because this is Andy's brother, Michael. Let's go back and watch some more of the Beyond Vaudeville awards for the best public access TV shows of this time in the mid-'80s.
And we all hope that you keep on doing the fine work also. Thank you. It's now my honor to present the final award of this evening. It's for Cable Personality of the Year. And I just want to let you know that to give others a chance, I disqualified myself from this category. However, I'm sure any of you who follow cable TV probably already know who the winner of this is. It's a man who has helped the careers of hundreds of people. He's appeared on the David Letterman show several times. He's a warm-hearted, generous human being. As I said, I'm sure you know who this is. It's a man who needs no introduction. The winner of this year's 1986 Beyond Vaudeville Personality of the Year is Richard Rothman.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very, very happy to have been selected for this award. I got into cable TV many years ago at the very beginning because of the fact that I had a TV show at the time, but I lost my sponsors. So there was no public service time available, and there came cable TV, and I went on. And I've been on, as they say, many years, and the proudest thing is that I have had many people on as guests who not only went on to have their own show, but who got jobs in radio and TV and in theatrical assignments and nightclubs and so on. And we've helped many would-be authors get publishers. We've helped many people start their businesses. And so through the channels of cable TV, I thank the people who originated the channels and who came through with the idea of cable TV for having been really helpful to masses of people. So I just want to say that among my recent discoveries have been a few people, particularly people. One is not here tonight, Richard Sills, who's an educator and a scientist, and a man connected with fine music and fine art. And one who's here tonight, Gretchen Wiener, who's an actress, an artist, and an author. And also very talented. She appears regularly on one of my shows on cable TV, and I just want to share the honors with her. Okay. Thank you. so wonderful of Beyond Vaudeville to do the work they're doing. I have, as I say, been in newspaper, magazine, radio, and TV work for many years, and I also am proud to be an assistant at times to Joe Franklin of WR TV and Radio, who's the master of nostalgia, and he, of course, is world known, and through cable TV we get regionally known, but it's a pleasure to work in this media, and I just want to thank all the people here for being part of the welcoming ceremonial for giving me this award. Thank you, Richard Brown.
I'm very proud of all of you. You did excellent work, and it's I feel very grateful that I was here to present the awards to each and every one of you. As a special added attraction, you mentioned Gretchen Wiener. I'd like to call her up here.
Thank you very much. I did this in whiteface on Mr. Waltman's show. It's called Send in the Clowns. Hey, Charlie Brown, how about it? Charlie Chaplin, you baggy pantsers, and you, a doghouse, Snoopy Bound. Well, here we are, our modern-day Angelie ladies, with our us in midair and you, sirs, are right there on the ground. Well, guys, let us entertain you. Hey, let us make you smile. Well, I know some jacks and I know some old checks. Hey, we're very versatile. And listen, you know us, modern day ladies with our painted faces all aglow and wearing our little hearts on our sleeves. Oh, well, we never cry. You know, Charlies, we certainly don't, because we've come a long way, babies. And guys, how about sending in the clowns? Well, guys, maybe we're here.
The great Gretchen Wiener, who you've seen on some of our earlier shows, she was dressed very demurely for this appearance. Someone actually made note of how everyone dressed up on this show. Joy Coquette had said, "I love that everyone dressed up." You know, Joy, everyone who was getting these awards on this evening took this really seriously. You know, they were very honored. It's not like, you know, they were typically honored for doing these public access shows. So this was kind of a big night for them and exciting for them. Dick Rothman, who we just saw on the left there, he ended up putting his award that we gave him, the print award, in a frame, like right over his desk at his office. And Randy McCommon is asking, what award did David take from me on the show and was going to throw it? It was in a box. So there were an official public access award show. I can't remember if it came before or after this, but it was called the PAL Awards, the Public and Least Access Awards. And I'm not going to show that here because there were a lot of sort of straight community programming, not like the kind of stuff we enjoy watching here on these on these TV watch parties. You know, these are more, you know, the kinds of acts that we really enjoyed and the kind of hosts that we really enjoyed. So, but anyway, Beyond Vaudeville did win an award remarkably in that PAL Awards. I don't know what they were thinking, but that is what you've seen when you see clips of that on whatever Beyond Vaudeville episode it is. It was from those awards. Let's see. Merwert Lebenswelt says, "Man, I love Gretchen. Very sad she isn't with us to do a rewind." Yeah, it is too bad, Merwert. Gretchen was pretty awesome. Amanda Luss saying, "Where did you pick her up?" That was a David line, I believe, about Gretchen. And some quotes there about some. Wow, it's interesting to see that you're quoting some of Gretchen's lines. "Let your fingers do the walking, your pad or mine. Come up and see me sometime." Okay, so let's go back and watch some more of the Beyond Vaudeville Public Access Awards.
my proud moments also is that Chris Diola, photographer extraordinaire, has become a cable TV co-host because he got involved with my radio and TV shows. And I just want to say it's also a matter of pride in that connection.
Great.
Thank you, Richard. Well, sometimes I'm a producer with Joe Frank on the radio, sometimes. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
At the beginning of the show, the first award went to Arthur Grundig and Jerry King. Went without Arthur and Jerry being able to really accept the award and say a couple of words for us. If you guys would grace us with accepting the award again and saying something to the audience. I'm sure everybody would love to hear it.
Come on up here, Jerry. Here he is, the best piano player in the world, Jerry King. You see him on the Arthur Grundig show on Friday and Saturdays. Yeah? And listen, we have a new record out that I wrote, The Symbol of Liberty, and all the records are on sale at Colony Music Store on Broadway and 49th Street. We have the whole full of window, and 50 cents on every record goes to the Statue of Liberty, and the rest goes to other assorted charities. We don't want to make any money on it. Right, Jerry?
Right.
No
You
money.
should have tuned in every Friday at 8:30.
And Saturday morning at 10
Saturday
o'clock.
morning.
On Channel
Arthur
D
Grundig
and
Show.
17 on the non-cable sets.
What's
Right?
the name of the phone, eh? What's the name of the phone,
Right.
eh?
Okay,
What's
you
the name
dirty rats. I can't say that too, right?
No, no, no.
No, that's to our enemies. Right? We have no enemies though, have we, Frank?
No,
Huh?
no enemies.
Yeah. And Frankie here, I look at his show every week. And all my girlfriends look at it. All my girlfriends. I'm I'm gonna gonna get in time. trouble now. Saturday, I'm gonna get in 6:30, trouble. Wednesday at 4. And here's our host, our generous host.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I just want to say a word to the viewing audience. I hope you appreciate how fortunate you are that you have so many fine, excellent programs on public access TV represented here tonight. At this time, I'd like to learn a little something. If I could ask all this talent here, the hosts, the one thing I have I'd like to learn is how to ask the proper questions to guests. Anybody? Like, how do you know what to ask people?
Before the show, you know a little bit about their background and your stuff. Now, like, how did you get started in this business? Why you got into being a co-host, being in the cable and TV? Was it because of the account you used to watch television, like Johnny Carson, Joe Franklin, and all the other shows?
Right. That's right. I admired
That's
them who could do it, but I
Yeah.
never knew how they
ask
so
questions
smooth.
and things.
Well,
Like,
you're doing pretty good yourself.
Do yourself. Everything yourself.
I mean, you know, the producers of the show, you know, we gave out awards to everyone here tonight, and most deserving. But I guess awards aren't everything. It's how you feel inside.
So it counts. Right.
That counts also. And so I guess I feel pretty good just to have had all of you on this show with me.
It's like being like on our own show. It's called Change Yourself, but not the world. Means everybody gets along, gets going with each other, and try and help
Change
them out.
yourself, but not the
Change
world.
But not the
World.
The name of your show, Frank?
Stairway to Stardom.
Stairway to Stardom. Richard?
Richard Rothman's News Desk. We try to present a lot of news.
Okay.
In every phase of life, yes.
And then he has another one called Richard Rothman and Friends.
And Friends, that's another one, yes.
Friends, right. I look at your show every night, every week too. Sunday night, 1 o'clock.
Yeah, 1 a.m. Monday
I
morning.
stay up. Even though I work nightclubs on the other night, 1 o'clock I stay up. That's my day of
It's a
rest.
good time. You'd be surprised. You get a
The
lot
name
of
of your
letters.
Arthur and Jerry
And
show?
our show is the Arthur Grundig Variety Show on Friday night at 8:30 and 10 o'clock on Saturday morning, 10 to 10:30 on Channel D, and on the Ready Cable sets at 17. Jerry. And when you hear him play, you're in heaven.
A wealth of talent and excellence that is here for you to watch. I just want to end this show by thanking everybody for watching, thanking especially our guests and recipients of the 1986 awards.
How about a salute to Richard Brown of Beyond Vaudeville?
And how about that? A salute to Richard Brown of Beyond Vaudeville.
I thought Jerry played this song.
What about you mentioned the address? Don't forget to mention your address. How do people reach you to be on your program? Right, Bernard?
Yes,
Right?
yes, yes.
Who's this? Who's this?
My name is Herman the Frog. You both mentioned it.
Herman the Frog.
because your boss is doing the other stuff, Mr. Richard Brownlee, you're supposed to give out the answers so people get in touch. How do we get on to your show? I think we might get on your regular program.
How do you get on our regular program? We'll give the address at the end of the show that you can write, or the phone number.
So tell the folks out there.
What is the address?
What is the address, Richard Brownlee?
21 Washington Place, Box 80, New York, New York.
Zip code?
10003.
And what about the telephone number?
212-598 2141.
Put on the
Another cable TV host and veteran producer, her name is Bernice Perry. She was going to be here tonight, but she couldn't make it for reasons of personal problems.
Another great show to watch.
Oh, yeah,
Bernice Perry.
Bernice Perry. I met her at ASCAP a couple weeks ago.
And we thank Joe Franklin for all the help he gives the industry, too.
Right, Joe Franklin, number one. The help for our lives.
You know, excuse me, I just want to say one more thing. You know, we are very proud to have this award, and that will be our second one. The first one we got from the British Columbia Broadcasting System from England via satellite.
Correct.
It was handed to us on a beautiful paper.
So you're known internationally?
Yes,
Right.
right. That's our second one now.
I think it's trying to say so long. I think we got it right there. We got a little bit of time left.
And again, thanks for joining us. It's okay with me that we got no award. It really doesn't mean anything. Yeah, it's great to get it, but it's all right not to.
Richard Brownlee, come on.
So there you have it. That was the Beyond Vaudeville Awards for public access shows. Questions were coming up about Michael Kaufman. Was he playing a character? No, that was pretty much Michael that you saw, and he did a couple of early shows for us. I want to thank some more of you who have contributed to Super Chat. Randy McCammon. Oh, a second time contributing to the Super Chat tonight. Thank you very much for that, Randy. Amanda Luss participating. Thank you. Earlier, Skyscraper Television, DMC 123 saying digitize away, and Dirk Vandenberg and Joy Coquette. Thank you all. Yes, as pointed out there, digitize away. That's what we're doing here. We're taking all these VHS tapes that are existing in boxes from the 80s and 90s, recorded off New York City public access primarily, and digitizing them slowly but surely. We have another one here. This was another show in the 90s, which some of you seem to be familiar with. I've seen comments about it in the chat before. And it's a show called G Street Live. And these were a couple of guys who grew up together on Grand Street down in the Lower East Side, when the Lower East Side was still a little more rough and tumble than it is now. Now it's a big hipster hangout in Manhattan. So they had a call-in show where they would not screen any calls, and they would just take whatever call came in. They would all sit in a row, and they would answer questions. And Beyond Vaudeville had the pleasure of appearing twice on G Street Live, and that's what we're going to take a look at now. So let's bring up.
Yeah, hello? Yeah. About that guy on the right, if I ever see him on the street, I'm going to beat the crap out of him. I don't think you scare him. Yeah, well, fuck you, that fucking loser. Yeah, okay. Hey, I think the guy at the end should beat the shit out of Amy. Come on, hit him. He's been doing a good job so far. Look at him. Beat the fuck out of him. Go for it. Go for it. Come on, hit him. Beat the fuck out of him.
No, he hasn't done the music report yet, David.
I haven't done the music report. Kill. I can't believe Carlos was on a date. Yep.
Ivan?
Yes.
Hi, I want to ask you,
Hello, Lance.
whatever happened to the honky tonk man? The Honky Tonk Man?
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? We'll find out in 2 weeks for you, Lance.
Disappeared. And also, what about Don Morocco?
That's a good one. We'll have to find out both.
He's wrestling in Canada.
We'll have to ask our expert, Ronnie Feldman,
Lance,
on
what do you think of the
in 2
puppets?
weeks.
The
Who do you want to know? The Honky Tonk Man and Don Morocco, right?
Yeah. Well, but the Braves have won, so, and the Dodgers have lost, so they took over first.
Okay, good job, Lance, for the information.
And Clemens pitched it to each other.
You don't got to tell me that because they played Detroit, you know? What do you got to bring that up for?
So, all right, I'm going to ask you this.
How Toronto do today?
They're losing 5-4 in the night to Seattle.
What are you, sports phone?
Yeah.
I know.
Sports phone.
I got to say fuck you to Bill, by the way. All right?
Yeah,
Why don't you
something
give
to
me
say,
a fuck you for Bill, Lance?
Say that?
Yeah, why don't you say?
I don't say
Oh, you don't curse?
Come on,
All
Lance.
right. Bye, Lance.
I got an announcement to make.
Yeah, I want to see if you guys are going to be putting out T-shirts.
Soon.
we're thinking about it.
Look
Like,
at
you know,
this.
black T-shirts, really cool.
Oh, I bought a black T-shirt for Amy.
Oh, you did bring one?
Oh my goodness. The
Wow.
official history of rock and roll.
Wow.
Wow.
Another one to add to the collection.
Is anybody going to go see Mud Honey?
Mud Honey?
No.
Yeah, at the Marquee.
You didn't see it?
No, I didn't see it.
What movie you didn't see?
It's not a movie.
Wasn't it funny? Very good.
They think it's a movie. Look at these guys. I don't believe these guys. They think it's a movie.
Okay. Okay. What announcement do you want to make?
We'd like to say hello to our 10:30 viewers and wish all our Jewish friends a happy and a healthy New Year.
What are you, a station break?
Hey, they just came on.
We got a special
Hello.
Yeah.
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 I want to slap that guy on the end there, please.
What? You want to slap him?
I'd like to. Put his head up against the camera so I can smack him.
All right, smack him. Maybe that'll get him to talk. Smack him. Give him a good
Look,
one.
I mean, look, what's he got in his mouth there?
Give him a good one.
Looks like he's ready for something.
Could be Amy's finger.
Maybe here, I gave him. You can hit him with that thing. Just press some of those buttons on.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
What happens to the guy with the blue shirt all the time? Every week he disappears for a little while.
I'm here.
Where are you?
I'm sitting on the side right now.
Well, how come we'll show him.
Brian, let's get a close-up on him.
Anybody back there?
Oh, okay. Okay, guys. Good night.
Good night. That's all she wanted.
Hi. I got a question for the human on the right there.
Yeah.
Hey, shoot him again.
He must be into male domination or something, because he invites this abuse. He loves this abuse. I mean, otherwise he wouldn't invite it like this. I mean, maybe he should go to the dock strip or something and get a cock up his mouth or in his ass. You know. Does he see? Is he a fan of the movie Schoolmates? Is he a fan of Schoolmates? Reflections of Youth. Ring a bell, David. You're a Toby Ross type of man.
You need the phone, Rob.
By the way, if you're just tuning in, we are watching G Street Live, which was a call-in show usually with 5 guys that grew up together on Grand Street in Manhattan. And one guy's not there on this particular episode, Hallie, who was usually there and actually was kind of like often the lead with the guy in the red pants, Ivan. But they all had their special things about them. And there's actually a woman seated there who was not typically on the show. I'm not sure who she was, a friend of one of them there. But anyway, as you can see, a lot of call-in shows in New York City Public Access had no screening, and they just would let anybody through and talk with them, whatever they wanted to say. So let's watch a little more of G Street Live, in which Frank and David had an opportunity to appear.
Yeah, I got a clear old phone call.
You gotta excuse him.
Okay, hello.
Who are those good-looking girls in the studio?
Excuse me?
Who are those good-looking girls in the studio?
Groupies.
Who?
They're groupies.
Oh, groupies.
Fans.
Yeah, I wanted to say that I saw that android over there on the right on that guy's show. He was wrestling these 2 girls. What was that all about? 2 girls on one.
That's right.
Yeah, I saw that show. That was one of the best shows I ever saw.
He was with the Foxy Boxers and the
They beat the
boxers.
shit out of him, too.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's
Wow.
right. They
I
showed
remember
it.
his hot covered boxer shorts. I
Yeah,
remember.
and the lady said that he had smelly socks too.
All right, take it easy, guys.
It's a joke!
Yep.
Hi. You know a guy on the right who looks like Elmo? If you put a close-up shot, he looks like he's kind of like sleeping and dreaming about giving a blowjob to someone, like the way the mouth is and everything. Looks really odd.
Yep.
Yeah. I think that might have got him.
I think you got him.
He's really into it now.
Yeah. Is this Sharon?
What?
No.
No.
Sounds like Sharon. I'm very bad with voices. I'm sorry.
What's that girl in the middle?
That's our makeup artist. There we go.
Hi, how you doing?
That's fine.
It's Ariel like the mermaid, right?
But really, he's in the middle, so.
Well, put the close-up on the great hair guy. Who are you? No.
Oh.
Who are you?
No, maybe you better go back there. Ariel.
You guys, I love you guys. You're really cute. Okay, bye guys.
Bye.
Hello.
Hello?
My question is for the makeup artist.
Okay.
Good. Light it up the ass, hon.
You know it.
You know it? Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Robert's back.
I see people on this show.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, I have a question for the G Street guys.
Yes, so? Ask.
Are you guys really Italian?
No.
You're not?
No.
Which one of you is Italian?
None of us.
No, where are you guys?
We're all Jews. Is there a problem with that?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. What do you think we're saying hello to all the Jews out there, wishing them a Happy New Year? Did you know it was the Jewish New Year?
Thursday.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, well.
You tell him, Robert.
Oh, yeah.
Hello?
Yes. Yeah.
I can barely hear you guys. It's Sharon calling.
Hi, Sharon.
What channel are you guys on this week?
What?
16.
16, because I'm calling from the Upper West Side. There is a law program on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what channel are we on up there?
I can't hear you, but there's absolutely no video of you guys.
What,
can't see us?
What channel are we on up there?
You're usually on channel
69,
69, which I have, I'm looking at it right now. It's a pre-recorded law talk show.
Wow, so you can't see us? What's on 17?
What?
What's on 17?
Where are you, Sharon, up there?
17 is, I don't know if there's a poll.
Sharon, where are you uptown? What street?
03?
What street are you on, Sharon?
Oh, I'm not going to tell you.
No, just the
She's
street.
got Paragon. She's got
I have
Paragon.
Paragon on the Upper West Side.
So they left us out this week.
They left us out. You can't see us then, huh? Well, you're missing some show.
Yeah, something is definitely up, and it's not good.
No, it's up, but it's good.
I have no idea what it is.
Jim Sunday night.
We'll figure it out, Sharon. Did you have a good time Thursday?
What?
Did you have a good time Thursday?
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay.
Did you guys get my package?
Yes, we got everything. We got the necessary roughness. We got the folder here.
You got the picture.
How'd you get here so fast?
She was so nice. Can I tell you what Kathy told me to tell you guys?
Sure.
I gave her the tape before the interview began. She said, well, you tell those guys, I really appreciate this. This is really sweet. She was so surprised that she has fans out there.
Oh, definitely.
But she's just, she's really nice. And she was just really appreciative of it. And so I dragged that thing all the way out to LA, and it was totally worth it. So I'm sure she watched it in her room that night. So.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, it was a very successful thing. Anyway, I can barely hear you guys. I'll just call you in a couple of weeks. Or you know how to get me during the day, too. So.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Take care, Sharon.
Well, yeah, look into this thing. This is not good.
Okay.
All right, I'll see you. Bye.
Bye. I got.
We're watching G Street Live, which was a long-running call-in show with 5 guys from Grand Street in Manhattan. Some references people are mentioning in chat. It kind of reminds them of Satch, Hunts Hall, the Bowery Boys. Yeah, there was a little bit of that vibe going on. Matthew Fuller saying Roy Cohn was once on G Street Live. Matthew Fuller, I doubt that very much. I will say there was one night when Chevy Chase called in. This went out to everyone in Manhattan, so you never knew who was going to call. And it was definitely him. You could tell the voice and the mannerisms. I mean, look, there's a chance it might have been an impersonator, but it almost certainly was him. And one of them hung up on him. And wait a second, the dog is acting up. Come here, dog. All right, dog is going away. Where was I? Oh, so one of them hung up on Chevy Chase. I can't remember who it was. And the others just never let up on that. These guys also appeared on the Beyond Vaudeville Christmas show in our choir doing the 12 Days of Christmas. And I think they were pointing out how peculiar it was to have all these Jewish guys singing the 12 Days of Christmas, but they did a great job. So we'll go back. I want to thank everyone who has been participating in the Super Chat. Randy McCommon, Joy Coquette, Dirk Vandenberg, DMC123, Skyscraper Television. It's also Skyscraper Richard. It's Richard's birthday today. So happy birthday, Richard, from everybody who's joined late. Wish him a happy birthday. Amanda Lust, thank you for participating in the Super Chat as well. And let's go back and watch some more G Street Live.
Take back my hello to everybody on the Upper West Side. I can't see us.
Hello?
Yeah.
Ivan?
Yeah.
Do you like that show with the guy with the funny eye?
Oh, Steve Gruberg's the best. Steve Gruberg is... Gruberg and Vaudeville are 1 and 2, whichever way you want to look at it. The best shows on cable.
How come you like that guy with the funny eye?
Because he's the best, Steve. You don't know.
He's the originator.
What?
He's the originator.
Wait, I don't hear it. What?
But like, what do you like about it?
He's the funniest guy I've seen on TV.
Do you read the magazine he works for?
I don't know.
You don't know if you read it?
Well, no, I don't read it.
No, you don't know if it is how to
read. Why, do you read the magazine he works for?
No, sometimes I do.
Okay.
You don't
read it, you just look at the pictures.
No, I read it.
Okay, what do you think of it?
Okay, that's right. Okay.
Okay, what do you think of Steve Gruber?
I think he's a little grumble looking and he's like a slob.
Well, that's your opinion. I happen to like the guy.
By the way, they're talking about Steve Gruberg, who also had a very long-running call-in show, and we looked at some clips of that the night that we had William Brown here in this one of these TV watch parties. And Scott Dog says, "This is severely New York." Matthew Fuller says, "I can smell these guys." Yeah, you guys have nailed it. I mean, that was part of the beauty of this show, is that these were just real New York guys, born and bred, and it really came through on their show. Let's go back G Street Live.
Okay. Why do you like the guys that are on the show now? Why do you like their show?
Their show is very funny.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And we paid them to come on, too.
What?
Do you like the guests that they have on?
Yeah, they had Barry Williams on a few weeks, right?
I found that one. That was actually good.
I know it was good.
Who was the guy who was on with him? Barry Williams, and there was this other Wavy Gravy.
And Sue Creek Gable, too.
No, Wavy Gravy was really good.
And Wavy Gravy, right?
Yeah.
They were all on there. And David, too.
How are you able to stay friends with the guy with the Prince Valiant hair, the guy with the gray hair?
Well, we were friends very long back. We used to put and when we were kids growing up, we played G.I. Joes together and things. And
Where are you from?
Sitting like that.
well, we grew up out in Brooklyn.
Be painful. I know.
Right.
And how long have you known each other?
Oh, since we were little kids. Well, he wasn't as little because he's taller, but when we were kids.
How old are you now?
Now 29.
You're 29. How old is him?
He's 29 too.
He's 29.
David, why don't you help and talk and say some of it?
But that's in dog years.
Yeah, he's not talking.
Why don't you continue watching Steve Gruberg, Beyond Vaudeville, and G Street Live?
I can't stand the guy with the funny eye.
Well,
I said don't watch him, just watch him. Okay, then don't watch him.
Okay.
Watch a double dose of us. Make it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Your mother should have swallowed, dude.
Okay. Yep.
What he wants to know is the guy in the wristband. I'm sorry, he's making me call. Ever took a green shit?
What?
Is the guy...
Yeah.
This is Kamendala!
Kamendala, we dedicated the opening song to you.
Not this week.
Hey, why did you do that?
I just hang up on her.
Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
And second of all...
Do I have to take control of the phones?
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Barely hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
Better?
Yeah.
Listen to some girls that want to talk to you.
Okay.
246-4920.
No phones. Please.
Hello?
Yeah.
Are you guys going to be on next week?
No.
All right, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh, great. All right, thanks.
Okay. You got
Kristen, can we get that address up there if they want to send any letters to us, please?
letters, cards. Yeah, don't forget, don't come do our makeup next week, won't be.
Oh, okay.
All right, we'll take calls. Let's keep going.
Okay, let's take a call in the meantime.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, put that girl on with the purple shirt.
The purple shirt. That's behind the camera.
She's gorgeous. Why ain't she on the show?
She's on the show now.
Yeah, there she is. Stand up. Let me see that body.
She doesn't have. Oh, she's doing it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Calm down.
Take it easy, folks.
What do we got here?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how to make that guy the right man.
All right, how?
Put the camera on him. Put the camera on his face.
What time is it? I don't know.
Come on, focus in on him.
42.
10:42.
Hey, get this shit out of the way, yeah? Hey, you, man, you asshole. I'm gonna shit and piss in your parents' grave, and I'm gonna shoot it up like this.
Please, yeah.
That's pretty low.
I don't have to get David mad.
Yeah,
Why don't you
how?
let Mark Aby do his music report?
I think it is about time.
I mean, you gotta let him do it soon, because I want to get to sleep.
All right, we're going to do it right now.
You got it.
Okay.
He didn't help go to sleep.
Okay, the new Bob Seger album is called The Fire Inside. It's his first album in 5 years. It's got that definite Seger sound. The standout tracks include Take a Chance, the title track, The Country Like Blind Love, and She Can't Do Anything Wrong.
Psych.
If you're waiting for the new Boston album to come out, you might as well wait quite a bit longer because Brad Delp, the lead singer, and Barry Goudreau, the guitarist, are in a new band called Return to Zero, RTZ. It's a new group. If you're into funk metal, come to the Cabaret on the 20th. We'll have White Trash, and on the 21st is Mind Funk. The two Guns N' Roses albums will be out a week from today.
David, are you enjoying this music report?
Hello?
Oh, we got him up.
All right.
Got him up.
Also on sale tomorrow, Squeeze at the Beacon Theater, October 16th. You heard it here first. Anybody want to invite me to
By
it?
the way, can I ask you a question, Amy? Someone asked me, after you read the music report,
Yeah.
okay? Someone told me September 19th, September 20th, and 21st, someone is at Radio City Music Hall, and you did not mention it on your music report.
You're right.
Yes.
Because I'm not into Diana Ross like I used to be.
Yes, but why didn't you mention it? It doesn't matter if you're interested or not. You're
I
supposed to be on the
don't
report.
care. I only mention what I'm interested in. If you don't like it,
You
talk
think the
shit.
weatherman don't tell you it's gonna rain because you don't like rain?
I know.
That's his
Why don't
problem.
you mention it?
Right.
That's his problem. Why did you mention it?
I just did.
I
Because
don't
you're
know.
the music
Ivan.
director.
Ivan, who's your favorite group?
What?
Who's your favorite artist?
Tito Puente.
I don't
Favorite
know.
artist?
I don't know.
So what the? Okay, Amy,
Yeah.
that's it. Thank you. Good.
Yeah, Amy, listen, Bob Seger, Boston, White Trash, and RTZ, those are all great, but would you please tell me when Tito Puente is going to be in town?
Why don't you come up with that information once?
I don't know.
Once.
Come on.
Look it up.
Ivan, it's very hard to get Ivan.
Listen, I look forward to Tuesdays here to the
Come
Rock
up with all
Report.
his call places and find out where he's playing.
We're watching G Street Live, a public access call-in show from the 90s in New York City. This guy, AB, that we're looking at now, he would always want to do these serious music reports, and the other guys had very little patience for it, as you could see, and would give him a hard time. He was the guy that they would kind of, give the hardest time to of all of them. Let's take a look at some more.
Tito Puente, please.
Amy, 2 weeks, I want to know the first thing on the
Okay.
show where he's playing, okay?
Okay, you got
Thank
it.
you. Yeah.
Hello.
Sorry, I'm spitting all over you.
Okay. I want you to know that everyone on DV, I once sent a letter to Beyond Vaudeville, and David responded by calling me, and he's a very compassionate individual, and he made me feel good. And I want you to know, if you're kind to David and you send a letter to Beyond Vaudeville, he might respond and be nice to you.
Is this Alan?
Yes, I'm Alan Chusett.
Alan Joseph, right?
Yes.
One of our great fans. And Alan, you know, and I know that David's nice, but then he comes on the TV and he
Yeah.
acts like Mr. Prunehead. And then
Calm down, will you?
people don't realize.
Frank?
Yes?
I wanted to know, I sent you a videotape of me.
Well, I didn't see David. Did you send it to David?
I sent it to, I don't remember.
Because if David gets it, then he just throws it and he doesn't show it to me.
Probably eats it.
Okay, that's what happened. Well, I don't know. Let me see what else. Well, I don't know what else to say. Well, I'll do it again.
Alan, do you think it would be good that if maybe we could have AB do a music report on our show sometime?
Me?
No, AB.
AB? Sure. I trust anyone to do a music report on your show.
David, you think that's a good idea too? You heard the music report. How good it was.
Did you like it?
Hey, by the way, Frank. Frank, the show. You know, I think that one of the best shows is the show where Joey the monkey had the pumpkin head on.
Oh yeah.
It was great. When can I see that again? That episode.
What's that? What's it? What?
The episode where Joey puts the pumpkin head on and tries to strike Joe Franklin with a meat cleaver.
Oh yeah, I got really.
First of all, that wasn't the best show. That was the second best show. Best show was the Foxy Boxing.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Of course I'm right.
Well, thanks for watching, Alan. Keep watching G Street Live too.
Okay, I promise.
Okay.
All right, have a good evening.
I promise. Huh?
Hi, I like the little fat one sitting playing with a little ball. What is it? My bonbons. Yeah, you baby.
I'm just waiting.
Look at that little wee-wee though. Never kitty. Have a nice evening, guys.
Thank you. Take care.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hi. The guy who called up and saying that David should kick the shit out of AB, I don't think that's a really good idea.
Why not?
I think a really good idea is for all of you to kick the shit out of AB and shove that music report up your ass.
I like it.
And stop playing with Ivan's toupee.
Okay.
Yeah.
B-O-R-S-E.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, AB.
Yeah.
I got the information on Tito Puentes.
What is it?
Dying to know.
We'll go to meet him in his
I have
golf
a
gallery.
comment to make. AB,
Yeah.
I enjoyed your music report, and if I were you, I would tell Ivan to go fuck off.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see you do that.
Ivan, go fuck off.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Hello?
Said and done.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a first-time caller.
Good for you.
Right, ring
You
a
guys
bell.
are great.
Thank you.
Frank, when is Beyond Vaudeville on?
Oh, it's on Friday. Thanks for asking. It's on Fridays at 9:30 p.m. and Mondays at 6 p.m. on Channel 17.
Fridays and Mondays. And what do you guys do during the daytime, Frank and Dave?
Sleep.
Well, we were
Count down money.
Yeah, we were saying before. David is I do messengering, and David does. He's a CPA.
CPA?
CPA, right?
That's interesting.
Yeah, and David, tell him. It's you. You say it's an interesting profession. Tell him about it.
Quick, what's 1-on-1?
Is David acting like that, or is he just really like that?
He's really like that.
He's got to go to the bathroom.
I mean, he's a fascinating character.
He is.
He's a grump.
Okay, you guys are
Well, I
great.
like that.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
Ivan?
Yeah.
Do you follow NWA wrestling still?
Oh, you ain't...
Robert.
Robert, come on. Lance.
First Chevy Chase, now Lance?
Come on.
Hang up on anybody. Hello?
Yeah, I got two things. First,
There was a reference to Chevy Chase that would come up every so often. You're watching G Street Live. This was a call-in show where anybody could get through and ask whatever they wanted. Speaking of which, Mike Force in the chat is saying, can I ask a question about a former guest? Sure, Mike, just fire away in the chat and we'll see if we can get to it before we're through here. Let's go back to some more G Street Live.
Amy missed the biggest music event of the week.
What's that?
The opening of the Philharmonic with Kurt Mazur, the new music director.
Son of a bitch.
Number one. The second thing is, it's impossible to sleep with a girl in the purple. She's beautiful. $200. I'll pay $200.
So that's $25 a piece. No, that's $50 a piece. Hello?
888-475-1550.
Yes?
Your telephone, an emergency call.
No,
Okay. Maybe somebody's heard.
We do not accept the call. Thank you.
Hello?
Hello?
You know who that was?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great show. I like the addition of the woman. Very pretty woman. And what do you guys think of the Mets and the Yankees this year?
That's what I think of them. Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think of show today?
If you're wearing a toupee, man, I tell you, it looks pretty good. You can't hardly notice it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Frank is the guy in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello.
The guy, Frank said hi, so I know who you are.
Say hi.
Hi.
Are you straight or gay?
Oh. I never thought about it.
You never thought about it.
You ever thought about it? Do you think about girls?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. What about David?
You don't really think about much.
You mean is David gay?
Or straight?
I don't know.
The haircut says it all. David's not gay. I would have been long gone if he was gay.
You think you're that great?
I didn't hear that. You would have been long gone.
So, do you have girlfriends or boyfriends, or, I mean,
I don't.
like boyfriends with each other?
No.
Point of making.
No.
Now, we can't give this abuse on to our guests, you know?
Yeah, 2 questions for Davey.
Yeah.
During the music report, you mentioned something about the Guns N' Roses album.
Yeah.
When are they coming out?
Week from today.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
Two
he's
albums.
lying. Okay, another question.
Just like he's going to do it 2 weeks about Tito Puente.
No. The Star Trek.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they're on September 28th.
If you're just checking in, we're watching G Street Live, a public access show from the 90s. Ryan Fleming points out some classic homophobia of the time. Yeah, that's true, Ryan. We just caught a little glimpse of that with AB saying he didn't want to be next to David if David were gay. And someone else pointed out before some fat shaming that from one of the callers. This was the 90s, it's a long time ago, and this kind of stuff was much more prevalent. So that's part of what you see in these time capsules. The question that I see in chat that Mike Force had is, who was Marigold from Queens, the canine dog chick? Why didn't we see more of her? Mike, you're referring to Marigold, who was on Vaudeville. That clip has gotten quite a few views and comments of a woman acting like a dog on Vaudeville. We also had a guy acting like a cat. I don't know much about her, to be honest. It was just one of many people who auditioned for Vaudeville. We had to produce a lot of shows in a very short period of time. So some of the guests were people that I knew well for many years, but some, were people that had responded to an audition and had an interesting act that we thought we'd put on. Let's see. What else do we have here? Ramey Winter says, it's freaking me out. The girl with glasses looks just like my ex. Ramey, are you sure it's not your ex? Barry Colson is saying, I am a Canadian from Nova Scotia that just discovered your show a few weeks ago. What a groundbreaking show it must have been back in the day. Thanks, Barry. I'm glad you're watching. I hope you're enjoying, and just keep digging at Beyond Vaudeville on YouTube. By the way, if anyone here hasn't subscribed to at Beyond Vaudeville on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, please do it so you can keep up to date on whatever we've got going on, and keep you posted on all the latest in the Beyond Vaudeville and Vaudeville worlds. Anyway, we've gone almost 2 hours here, so I think it's time we start wrapping up. I hope you were enjoying that G Street Live. There's more of that appearance. Maybe I can show it on a future one of these watch parties. And there's a second time that Beyond Vaudeville appeared on there with Joey the Monkey. I remember Joey the Monkey being with us as well. And I think everybody was seated in the middle, so there was more involvement with the Beyond Vaudeville gang. What year is this? Over Edit is asking. Over Edit, I'm not sure. You're asking if it was 1991. I'm guessing it was more mid-90s, I think. But I'm not positive about that. Sorry. Michael Chamorro is saying 1992. Okay, I'll take your word for it, Michael. Anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed what we had here tonight. What did we look at? We looked at first a report on public access TV in New York on WNBC. We looked at Frank Hope appearing on Change Yourself, but Not the World, the great public access show. We watched the Beyond Vaudeville Public Access Awards, where we gave awards to our favorite public access personalities, some of whom I hope you now know from watching them on these TV watch parties. And that was just G Street Live, which was a great call-in show on public access. And Skyscraper Television is saying in chat, this was a good birthday bash. Thanks, everyone here in the chat and Beyond Vaudeville and Oddville. So, yes, Richard, I hope you had a great birthday so far watching this, and that you make sure you have some cake if you haven't had it already. Randy McCommon is saying, thanks, really enjoy these watch party shows. Thank you, Randy, for making them possible and all the digitizing. You contributed twice to the super chat tonight, which was above and beyond. Thank you to everyone else who contributed: Joy Coquette, Dirk Vandenberg, DMC123, Amanda Lust, and Skyscraper on his birthday contributed to the super chat. Awesome. And it looks like Skyscraper is having cake. Red velvet. Yeah, that's a good choice. I like that, Richard. So Matthew Fuller is saying Gretchen Wiener forever, sirs. I agree, Matthew. Gretchen Wiener was really a gem. So that's what we've got for tonight, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. We'll do this again sometime, and hope you all have a great evening or day, morning, wherever you are in the world. Thanks for continuing to support everything we do here at Beyond Vaudeville and Oddville, and see you soon. Thanks. Bye.